Rolex.
We going live. We in the building. We live tonight. But we live. We views from the east. I got my boy Dice Q MOB. No, my bad. B Money. Y'all see the dollar sign by the name B Money.
Yo.
Y'all already know it. The B Money. I'm gonna be calling you that all night, bro. But everyone, thank you for tuning in. As always, before we even get started, just to let you guys know, feel free to drop comments. If you guys want to join the conversation, we could add you right here with us live. Your camera has to be on though. No coming in with the you know what I mean, with the no visuals and just your voice creepy, predator shit. You guys already see the title. You guys know what we're about to get into. So let's get right to it and break this shit down.
At this time, I'm going to ask you to fasten your seatbelts.
What up?
No, let me stop.
People getting hype. People getting hype.
Who wants to break the ice? Who wants to this is a great topic right here. Who's that? B?
Yeah,
all right, B. Let me. All right, man. We're gonna start out strong. King B in the building. You know what I mean?
This right here, I'm so proud of her. This brings black people like this pushes us. It's a beautiful time, bro. I'm so proud of her, bro.
Let me put some respect. Let me put some respect on her.
What's her name, bro? She brought us 10 steps forward, bro.
10 steps forward.
First black woman, black person.
No, not the first black person, but first black woman. Yes.
First black woman. That's credible. Has everything she has, bro. She worked hard to be in the Supreme Court, bro. And they let her have it, bro. They ain't let her have it, bro. They ain't let her have it because they were not trying to give it to her, bro. They tried everything, bro. I was watching the interview when they were saying like, yeah, she did this, she did that. Yeah, she graduated in a high class of honors. She went to school properly. She did all this shit, no criminal record, all this. But I'm still gonna vote no. They all said she did good things. She's credible for the job, but they wouldn't give it to her. It shows you, bro. Even though they can look at you in your face and still not want you nowhere near in their little club. But
do you guys mind if I share a clip of the whole situation? I feel like it's worth sharing with the audience. It was it's a beautiful moment. It's a quick moment.
Of course, share.
Jackson will go down in history as an American giant upon whose shoulders others will stand tall.
And this nomination is confirmed.
I became convinced that she's within the mainstream. She's also highly qualified, intelligent, a capable person.
B said this is you want to know what's dope about all of this, gentlemen? That and I'll say a lot of the fact that we as black men, part of the black culture, are here to witness all of this greatness. You have to imagine 100, 200 years ago, 300 years ago that and further than that, unfortunately, that they never pictured anything like this. It was one thing just to fight to just to drink from the same fountain or go to the same schools, get the same education, but to see what we've seen in our lifetime, I don't think they could have ever thought that it would have gotten this far. Obviously there's still a lot more to do, but man, we making headways, and and B is right. They definitely tried to do everything possible to sort of stop the process or tamper with everything. But like you said, man, you let your work talk for you, and record is clean. She's operated with excellence since she was born, man, and just a proud woman. So happy to see that. But you guys can take the floor.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dice. No, go ahead, Dice.
I was gonna say I like the good stuff that they were saying about her, even Mitt Romney. I like the fact that they called her a person. They didn't say smart and competent woman person. Like they see her as an equal, not just a woman that's sitting in the seat next to her. And the fact that she clerked for the guy who she's replacing. All of those things makes me. It's not just about the color, even for me. I'm looking at like, nah, she suits this situation. It's fit. It's proper. It's not just let's just get someone black in there. And the fact that it's a black woman, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? For us, we understand, you know what I mean? Mothers, grandmothers. That it's so much that she can do inside of that in that place. Even though she'll be by herself in terms of the way that she sees things, but to even have a woman's and a black woman's at that mind frame or even outlook emotionally on certain stuff, that can help a lot, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all praises, man. All praises.
But also, I think like it's a beautiful thing for the young kids, the young girls, young women coming up. See a black woman in the highest courts ever, the U.S. Supreme Court. They see a black woman look like you, have the same hair as you, same texture, same skin, same eye color, comes from the same background as you. That means shows you that if she can make it there, no matter what they do, what they say about you, you can still make it there too. You don't give up. You keep fighting. That's beautiful. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Well, listen. Yeah. Congratulations to Ketanji Brown Jackson, KBJ. You know what I'm saying? That because I'm gonna say I coined the term already. For me, it's kind of a mixed bag for me, man, because it's this idea, the idea of inclusion, right? Like we're fighting to be a part of a system that, saying throughout history, continually, they're showing us that they don't want us to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? When we set up our own communities and was thriving, they destroyed it. You know what I'm saying? Tulsa's, the green, what's that in North Carolina? Greenvale, I believe that's it. But it's like B said, for the appearance wise, to see someone, saying that looks like you, that, comes from a similar background, saying persist and thrive through the obstacles. Because a lot of people don't realize this ain't the first time she was screened. Y'all remember she was screened a whole year ago and was already qualified for the job. She's overqualified for the position that she's taking right now. She's overqualified. So she had to be overqualified to get a job that the people prior to her weren't. They were just subpar. You know what I'm saying? So this woman had to be extra better, and that's the thing that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be better than better to get a job that our quote unquote counterpart just gotta be subpar for. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Because you make me feel like we a whole different creature or something. You know what I'm saying? We all human beings. You know what I'm saying? As long as the person has the appropriate qualifications for the job, they should be entitled to that job. It shouldn't be no obstacles. The grilling that she went through for those few days, you know what I'm saying, by the Republican Party. And if you look at the votes, it was 53-47. 53. There's only 48 Democratic seats in the Senate right now. The rest is Republican. You know what I'm saying? So we got a couple of Republicans, but a majority of people was like, nah, she ain't ready yet. So that goes to show you, it should have been overwhelming me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, yo, this woman right here is coming. Yeah, she meets she has the credentials, she has the education. Her casework is incredible. Yeah, she's gonna be able to speak on these different types of cases. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, congratulations to her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you know y'all already know with me, whenever they say first black anything, I be like, yo, people been doing this shit already. You know, this that's not a fucking accomplishment for me. She's already well accomplished. You know what I'm saying? She's already well accomplished, overqualified. She could have had this job many years ago. And the fact that they're giving it to her now, like you said, it just shows how this is not a system about inclusion. You know what I'm saying? They definitely want to keep us separate, and we might have to take that energy and be separate, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Function, recreate some of those communities we had before, and get busy.
What's up,
My
Q?
man. Yeah, Q.
Oh, I don't have much to say. I mean, glad that she got it. I think she's smart. I listened to some of the hearings. She's very smart. She's very poignant. But of course, you have to be smart. I mean, I don't think the Democrats would have picked her if she wasn't. She was poised. She did everything the right way. But what I'm going to say is what I always say now. We'll see, right? We'll see. I'm glad that we have a black woman in, but we'll see. We'll see what she does for black people. Maybe she will do something, maybe she won't. I've lived through 8 years of Obama to realize that as great an orator as he was, and as great as a politician, a political mind that he had, he didn't do anything for black people, or didn't much besides aspire. And I think black people need more than just a face. I need them to do something for black people to get us moving along, to get us from owning 2% of the wealth to maybe 10%, maybe 15, maybe 20%, maybe something to bring back the family, the black family structure, maybe to get black men out of prison and into decent paying jobs where we can thrive. So I like I say is we'll see. Maybe I'm a little cynical, and that could be true. Maybe I'm not seeing it, and I hope to be surprised. If I'm a little too middle in the road or too whatever skeptical, I'll be happily surprised. I'll be the first one to be like, "Yo, I shouldn't have been that skeptical." We'll see. That's all I'm saying. We'll see.
I mean, I think that's all right, because I think we've had many examples of what you're referring to. So I think at some point as black people, you know, we've gotten excited before. How's gonna
what you say.
He said Kamala Harris, where's she at?
Kamala Harris, where's she at? Where's this woman at?
Damn, that make no sense.
You know, but like you said, there's a reason to it. It's not like what you said had no no backing to that. We've been led astray plenty of times. So especially don't want to get into the Biden administration, but you're not black if you don't vote Biden. However, what I will say is at least he kept this promise, right? Because that was one of the things he did say. So I felt like this was important for him to get done. So I'm happy that someone black benefited from the bullshit at the end of the day. Like you said, hopefully it trickles down to the regular us, I don't know, lower my taxes. Let's do that. But anyway, does anyone else have anything to add on this before we go? We move on to the next. I gotta, what I mean? It's only right. That's right, baby.
We started off with a feel good topic. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get to the BS.
She look like somebody's favorite aunt, yo.
She do, right? Like she look like she got a good
She do.
soul, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Mad familiar and shit. She's just familiar. She just got that familiar look to her.
Yes, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He said the familiar look. All right, man. Let's get into the next topic. This shit is this. I don't know. I have mixed feelings, but let's get into it and then we can chat.
Russell and Ciara. Yeah, if Russell ain't had that bread, Ciara ain't gonna be with him. Russell square. Russell square. Russell square. Ciara had she has a good situation, but you gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson.
The thing is,
I think that's where you gonna leave Future and get Russell Wilson. Like, it's a type. Listen, bro, everybody got a type.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody has a type. You gonna leave Future and get with Russell Wilson? He's so goddamn square, and I love him on the field. He's a square.
Channing.
He's a fucking square.
Channing, you go from this level of toxicity, you just want something stable. You want the guy that was sitting with that girl with that big old mouth at the draft that was laughing, and you knew she deserved to be with him.
Goofball?
Yeah, you want that guy.
You want to get with goofballs?
Wow.
You want to get with goofball?
Wow. Oh, I got it. No. I think he's right.
All right, so B. All right, you know what? We're gonna start with you. You feel he right? All right, let's talk about it. What's up? Talk to us.
All right. Ciara has a type. She broke up with Bow Wow for who? Remember that part?
Mm-hmm.
She went to Future.
I don't know who. She went to Future right after Bow Wow?
Yeah.
What, right after?
Like about 1 or maybe 2 years after. Future talking about some Gucci flip flops. I fuck someone in some Gucci flip flops. I think he was talking about her. Because Future had a thing about taking people's girls. Majority girls he took were Bow Wow's exes. He took them from Bow Wow. What he said was, if Russell did not have that bread, Ciara would not be with him. I think he has a point. If Russell Wilson did not sign that big ass contract he signed with Seattle, and to make all that money, Ciara would never date that nigga. Because remember, Ciara, when she started dating Russell, Ciara already had a kid by Future.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Russell Wilson people would have. If Russell Wilson wasn't Russell Wilson, if he was a second string quarterback, I think he would just still chase after Ciara. But women are known not to like date what's right for them or date who's right for them. They like the bad boys, the gangsters, the thugs, the hip hop stars, the nigga with the big ice chain on his neck, the big ass cars, the nice cars, niggas driving nigga living in a nice ass house. They don't date who's right for them. They date who they feel like the world want to see them with. They'll date someone I'll get them on talked about on Shade Room, talked about on TMZ. But the person that's supposed to be for them, person that will treat them right, make them feel like a queen, treat them perfectly. She would never did, because before she dated Future, Russell Wilson tried to talk to her. If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure she turned him down. She seen the nigga
do we have physical proof, evidence of this? Do we have this anywhere?
But I'm pretty sure.
We're not here to speculate, man. Don't have Russell come in here.
Bro, they're running the same circle, bro.
Don't have Russell chasing you down, son. Don't have him chasing you down, talking about his wife.
All I gotta do is go by Free Bang Gang, hang out with Future. He will not come where Future is. All I gotta say about that matter. He won't go where Future is. Wherever Future is at, he don't show up. That's all I gotta say about that.
Listen, man. I'm Team Russ all the way. Yo, what the hell? What y'all mean he a square, man? This man ain't never. Listen, the man ain't never said nothing to nobody. You don't hear about his personal life in the media or nothing like that. This man don't get in no trouble. You know what I'm saying? He's reflecting an image that is, people should aspire to, because you don't hear about him getting in no trouble. You don't hear about him not paying his. Listen, you don't hear him not paying his child support. You don't hear him not, you know what I'm saying, caught out with another woman, nothing like that. The man is not in the public eye. He's living a very personal life. He go to church. You know what I'm saying? He's praising the Lord. What makes him a square? Because he's handling his responsibility and he's not outside partying. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Why everybody ragging on him like he a last pick or something? You know what I'm saying?
He's the last pick.
Listen. If Future didn't have the money, he didn't have, Ciara wouldn't have been with him. Y'all thinking it's just the money. It ain't just the money. Some men don't need the money. Some men have that natural swag about them, that natural aura about them. That listen, the girl he with, he could have pulled her.
Why I can't pick him first? No, Emma. So why can't pick him first?
That's a discussion we're gonna have. That's a discussion we're gonna have in this podcast as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, a majority of women now are opportunists. I'm gonna go where it most benefits me. You know what I'm saying? Because we got that same drive in us. You know what I'm saying? We opportunists. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna go where at the moment it feels like it benefits me the most. I want to have a good time all the time, and this dude is giving off that aura, and I'm in the scene. I'm in that scene. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember the difference between like when a performer is at a show and he's performing. The difference between those fans and the people we have at home is the fans are they're all looking for the opportunity. The people that's around them already have that opportunity. They're surrounding them already. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you get plucked out of the crowd to get up on stage, it's a whole different drug. It's a whole different drug. You gotta understand that. Like when people start calling other people squares, you gotta look at the person that's calling them a square. You know what I'm saying? What makes him, you know what I'm saying, exciting and he's on edge and stuff like that. I don't like when people call people square. Now there are square. Like you could say. If you want to say like Mark Zuckerberg is a square, okay, we know that because he came out. That's exactly what he said. This is what I do. I wanted friends. Tom from MySpace, square. That these are guys that are openly, saying, yeah, I'm boring. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm about this business. Bam. You know what I'm saying? But a man who's in the mix. And he's taking care of responsibility and he's being a good example to us. Nah, man, don't belittle him like that, man. Because you don't know how he party. You know what I'm saying? Because he be at some events. My man be at some events. He be getting into shows up. You know what I'm saying? No. Listen, you think he got invited to Obama shit because of Ciara or because he was who he was? Because he was Russ. Because they won a chip. You know what I'm saying? He got there on his own merit. It wasn't his wife that got him there. You know what I'm saying? She came along for the ride. She was the added bonus. You know what I'm saying? When Barack got into office. Come on. Yeah. Don't do that to Russ, man. Don't do that to Russ, man. I'm glad he ain't really respond back to that yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what he do after it dies down. I hope he don't change with that air. He got that air of mystery about him still. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not really out in the public. Because when you see him out in public, he either got some kids on his side, he out with his wife, or you know what I'm saying, he doing something good that reflects good on his image. And as long as his image remains clean, bro, listen, kudos to you, Russ. Kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be a Russ than a Future. You know what I'm saying? My woman left me for somebody else and taking care of my kids.
No. Future take care of his kids.
May I jump on this ship right here? Let me jump on this shit. Let me get on the SS Titanic, right? Yeah. Before I start, look, I know you mentioned, creator of Facebook as being a square, but that's a square I would want to be myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a billionaire. If I had to choose between being that kind of square and being Mr. Cool, that's where I'm going with that. But anyway, the team that I'm on, I'm gonna go with Team Russ, man. Just because if you are gonna call someone a square, I guess when he's saying a square, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, it's more about like him being like he's a corny dude, right? When you look at someone like Future, is someone with swag, someone that has the popularity, someone that like he has that aura around him. And obviously Russell Wilson is like the good guy, the wholesome guy. just regular. He's not drinking in the club. He's not popping bottles. He's not flashing jewelry. Complete opposite worlds, right? One of the things that he mentions is every girl has a type. Right now, I believe us men here, and as well as the men watching, we can all agree that, and females too, that women do make bad decisions when dating men. Of course, there's that allure of I want to be with the bad boy. I want to be with that guy. He's dangerous. I want to be with that, and I feel like women are allowed to do that. Us as men, we date the wrong women too, right? Until we decide like, hey, you know what? This may not be the right type for me. Let me go and start making better decisions. And I feel like, for Ciara, that's what she did. It's not her fault. That's who she ended up bumping into. But listen, if she's been in these toxic relationships, she's had a kid, the dad is trash for whatever the reason, whatever he's doing, not paying child support, not seeing his kids, not helping take care, just seeing other women running in the streets. As a mom, even if yes, she has to take responsibility for the mistakes that she's bringing in a child with this person, she still has to think about her child and the future for her child and what's best for that child, not specifically just for her. So her running into Russel Wilson is a blessing, and I'm pretty sure she looks at it that way as well, because he's the complete opposite, right? And I have a clip that I'll share earlier about Russell talking about how he even met her. But I'm gonna go with Russ. I don't think he's a square. I respect the fact, like you said, I'm not gonna drag it because Amo gave a really good description of the guy. Just has great character. If I did have to choose who I would be, it would be Russel Wilson. Maybe because I am married, maybe because I have kids, so my mindset is just fine-tuned to what he's doing. What he's doing is respectable, and it's not to shit on Future. I don't know these people's personal lives. I don't take everything the media says, so I'm not going to judge Future just off of what's in the media.
Exactly.
But what's presented on the table. If I had, if it's me and I got to choose between two different women, and it's like toxic energy, blah blah blah, that's done nothing for my life, or let's get this positive woman that's gonna improve my life dramatically and add to it and set the right example for my kids, because that's important. I have kids, so then if me and my wife don't work out, the next woman I date, I can't date trash. I have to date a woman that has a strong example. So I don't agree with him calling him a square. I think that was like a hate move, because you probably feel like you and Future are similar, or you have that, but who's your girl? Who's his girl? Who's his woman? It's not a Ciara.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
He's married. He's married.
I'm just saying, for you to speak on somebody, I'm just saying, if you're gonna speak on somebody's situation, you got to be legit. The man that you're speaking on is far more successful than you, right? In terms of off the field, on the field, and he did give him his respect. He was like, on the field, I respect him, but he's a square. Like, just because the dude is normal, just because he don't want to, just because he's not out there with y'all in the club popping bottles, like, come on, like, everyone's lifestyle is respectable. I respect you whether you're in the streets or not in the streets as a man. And like you say, he does his job. So, I'll leave it at that, but I'm with Team Russ on this one.
Yeah.
Honestly and truthfully, I don't really got a team. You know what I'm saying? I'm mid-ground. I understand where Channing coming from. I get what he's saying. I don't take the term square as it being like any type of like shade towards him. It's just that's the best way to say it, to be quite honest with you. It's hard to describe what some people are without a term like that. Like, I don't know what to say is. Best thing to say is he's square. Some people don't have anything more to go on him, just the fact that he's clean and they don't know what else he does. So that's just the thing that they come up with, that he's square.
Yeah.
I'm not on Future's side neither. Like, I wouldn't, if I'm playing this out, I wouldn't be Future. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got swag, but I'm not gonna be doing certain shit that he would do. You know what I mean? Now, I would say something that B mentioned is like very vital. Future has a history of treating his women a certain type of way.
Yes.
He don't play no games. He drops a bag instantly, all the time, and he has addiction to doing it. Like, whether or not you're his woman or not, if you just keep playing with you, his idea of coming to check him is fly him out, take him shopping, spend about a whole bag on him, show him a total different lifestyle, and then like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I gotta breathe. You feel me? But you can stay here if you want to. So B somewhat has a point. When a woman gets with that, she kind of can't backstep. Sorry to say it. It's a certain lifestyle that she's bought into in a sense. And Ciara is accustomed to it because she had a somewhat small career. I wouldn't say it's huge, but she had a career, right? Doing her own thing, but it didn't keep her relevant. The Bio situation kept her relevant. Same thing like with the Future situation kind of kept her relevant. Seems to me like somebody just wanted to make sure that they were good. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, we do have to understand she made decisions. This isn't really a team Russell or team Future, to be quite honest with you. You know what I'm saying? It's just a female doing something and men having a response to it. The same way how females have a response to it. Yo, we think she's a goddess because she did what we all wanted. She went from the guy, she got the illest trap guy, the most influential trap guy. You know what I'm saying? And then she stumbles across one of the most clean cut, smooth over the top dudes, and this nigga accepted her and her child. This is what the argument's really about. It's not Team Russell. It's not Team Future. It's females making that idea true. That's not what it is. The idea is it's like they're superhero. Like this chick went from Bow Wow to this guy and still got a family, whole thing going on. She's talking about God all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. But it is the dream of most women who don't necessarily know like what they want to do or haven't found themselves. She just so happened to be lucky. But
may I ask you a question, guys?
Go ahead.
And I agree with you because I definitely see what you're saying. I like when you guys change my thought process. But you know, one thing that you said, is it not natural though for any woman or male to do that? You know, when they've been in so many toxic relationships, for them to then say this is not for me and sort of gravitate to what they should do.
There's nothing wrong with that. If she's doing that, there's nothing wrong with that. My problem is this: they're putting a stamp on it like this is the thing. Like she got lucky. There's nothing wrong with that. All praises and blessings to her. But
so it's not about the money, right? So do you feel it's about the money?
No. She particularly, honestly and truthfully, look, let's be honest here. We got to take away the idea of saying about the money.
Money, yeah.
Because the idea of that is not. Come on. Like we're not being real here. Like even as dudes, we're not going to jump at the first thing of like having sex with a woman based on the money, but we're gonna love the fact that she comes with money. It's an easier game. It's like she bad and she got money. Oh, all right, cool. Some dudes will be like, I don't care about the money. Some dudes like, oh, all right. But for the most part, no guy gonna be like, oh, I'm leaving her after I have sex. Right? Just like if we're not expecting a woman to go, oh my God, he treats me better, he does this, he does that, and I should not go with this because the world assumes I should stay with this guy. This is the reality. Everyone has growth, right? We should allow her to have that growth. The problem is females going, this is the thing, get with a guy like this, when that female who is saying that is actively only dating trap guys. Like she's using it as like a recipe, like a way to go about it. The ingredients is get a Future, then I'm gonna land on a Russell. It's like that's messed up, right? That idea is messed up. And also for males, dude, stop thinking that if you are a Russel Wilson, that you're some lame guy who ain't got a life. You just live differently. You live a moderate life compared to a fast and I don't know, this money's never gonna leave me type of lifestyle. Let's be honest. Even Future knows it's gonna leave. So even after he's done saying what he's saying, my man goes back. He didn't take no drug. You know what I'm saying? He's waking up on time. You know what I mean? He's not late to his appointments. Same thing Russell's doing. The image is the idea. Yeah. Russell's like, I'd rather just keep a clean image. You know what I mean? Future's like, my image is kind of where I came from. This is what I do. This is what people know me of. I'm not going to leave that image even though I've grown. I'm going to show a little bit of the growth, but they want to see that, so I'm feeding them what they see. Russell's doing the same thing. My fan base loves this clean cut. Man, I'm going to church. I'm bringing her. But this is what I do. I'm not trying. I'm just doing what I do. If it's boring to you, hey, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. I don't see no wrong. I see a lesson in both. You know what I mean? The image.
Yeah,
is the
I don't think she's with. I don't think she's with Russell Wilson for the bread though. He's saying, you know, he's a square, and if he didn't have the money, then he wouldn't have Ciara. But technically speaking, yes. Ciara, the circles that celebrities, that doesn't make sense to me, because I could have all the money in the world, but I could be someone that's not famous. Ciara wouldn't know me for her to find me to be like, hey. So I feel like that statement is kind of stupid, because technically, if Russell Wilson didn't have money, he wouldn't even be in her circle anyway. Like, they wouldn't be at the same events. They wouldn't be anywhere near each other. So who's not to say if she did go to like a regular place and bumped into him and they happen to talk, we'll never know that. But celebrities, they're around other people with money all the time.
I can't say she is indefinitely, only based off the money, but there's a good percentage of why she's there is the money. But I will also say that, like, the fact that what she had with Future wasn't like just not leaving her high and dry. He just wasn't popping up to be the father that she would like. So my man's sending money. I don't think she would have had a problem money-wise. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why I'm not saying fully money she's in it for. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think y'all wrong, but I don't think B's wrong neither in a sense. It's like all the same thing to me. I don't see a difference in it. It's like a better lifestyle, but I'm going to choose a guy who has a good lifestyle and who's a better man. I'm not going to dumb down a bet like his pay because he's a better man. Like, he got to be a broke better man. No, why should she?
Hold on, Dice. Let me ask you a question.
Like, is she gonna date a broke trap nigga to say, yo, she's only dating Russell because he has bread?
That's what I'm saying. She won't,
nigga, because he's a trap nigga. Because if it's about having a type, then she could just pick up any thug. But Q, we didn't even hit
she was Russell Wilson for the money.
No, we gotta let Q do his thing. But I would say, money in any situation, a woman needs money for security. So to say, I don't know how to say that, bro. I can't outright say it's for the money, but it's in a woman's DNA, the way that she operates, to go for a guy who exempts the best of all that she wants for her to be in a better predicament. That's all I'm really getting at.
Yeah. She has the access to the guys that would qualify.
So she's going to choose the, you know?
She don't access that, bro. She ain't making that much money her damn. When was the last time she had a hit song?
She making more than us.
It's not about the song. It's about ties. What she's tied into, other things. People take the one thing that the person's known for and think that person got to do that for the rest of their lives. Jay-Z Ben stopped rapping. He's still Jay-Z because he keep doing the mogul things he's doing. Ciara's still Ciara because she's still being tacked. And
we know who Ciara. No.
And doing things
Dice. We know who
Hold on. Let Q get his tea in, and then we could go to the debate. I don't want him to. Yeah. My man is sipping tea for real though.
It's actually seltzer.
Seltzer in the tea.
I just like the cup, so I bought it. I bought it in Vegas. I like this, man. It looks good for myself.
I'm watching Pennyworth on HBO Max, so everything is tea to me now. But go ahead, man.
All right. First off. Jimmy, you got those pictures that I sent you?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for you, man. You said is the gun loaded?
Can you put them up for me? Can you put them up for me since we're talking about squares? Who's a square in this picture, bro? Look at this man.
Bro.
Look at this man. Look at this man calling people squares. Show up the next picture, brother.
Hold on, man. Let me take off the banner. Hold on, man. I'm not doing it justice.
Take it off. All right, is this a Halloween party?
No.
Nah, bro. He dressed up drag for he dressed up drag for some sort of charity event. First of all, bro, this is why I'm saying if you come in at somebody, bro, you gotta make sure you legit.
Your jacket better be clean. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta remember though. He is a pro bro. He's a pro bro.
And what's Russell Wilson? What's Russell?
Remember.
No.
My bad, Q. We gonna get into it. Go ahead, Q.
All right. Go to the next picture, man.
The next one right here?
Yeah.
Yo.
Come on, man. Stop. This is the dude that gets to talk to that gets to judge on whether you're a square or not. please. You have to always understand something about Channing Crowder, right? This is the same dude that said that instead of like when he had to pee during the game, instead of using the bathroom, he would just pee down his leg. And I'm like, no, wait. Every football player does that. Let me get it out, B. Let me get it out. This is the dude that says I'm gonna just pee down my leg, and he always did it, and that was like his thing. And I'm like, why are we listening to dudes that don't matter? Why? First off, I get it. Russell Wilson, he's the ire of a lot of guys, right? Because a lot of guys would say, hey, I would never take a girl who's been quote unquote ran through by all of these hip hop stars and whatnot, and then have a baby by Future, a guy who has seven other baby mamas.
Allegedly,
not the best. Allegedly, it's my brother. The DNA test came out like he got another baby mama. You know what I'm saying? But again, either way, even if that was not true, right? Let's just say, it was just alleged, right? There are certain men of a certain ilk and of a certain status that wouldn't take on a female with another kid, right? With a kid already. They want to make their own kids because they don't believe that that it's their responsibility. And you know what? Rightfully so. I don't hate on guys like that. I'm like, hey, listen, that's your preference, that's your choice. Cool, 100%. But to say the guy's a square and you want to match him up with Future, two things come to mind. One, black people always trying to immortalize these hood dudes that don't do anything and and then get these girls pregnant and aren't really about nothing, all about themselves, and everything is money, which it is. Don't get it twisted. It is all about the money. You know what I'm saying? It does. Money has a very big factor to it, but there are other things in place here, right? First off, their status, they're at the highest status, so they don't play by the same rules we play, right? Yep. They don't play by the same rules we play. Russell Wilson, you may say he's a square because his image is squeaky clean. What do you call it? You don't know what he's really like in real life, right? He's good enough to be a quarterback, which is what do you call it? If you want to talk about alpha and beta, that is the ultimate alpha, right? You got to be on a line where you have what do you call it? You have other men who are juiced up to the gills, 200-300 pounds of pure muscle coming to gun for your head. You got to be a certain type of what do you call it? You have to have a certain type of a pedigree as a man to be able to command other men to do that. So that's one thing. Number two, he's clearly thought through all of these things. His image is perfect. His background is squeaky clean. With all there's maybe some rumors here and here to show that that show that he is like a regular man, but he is crafted like this image to perfection, because guess what? He understands that number one thing you have in this game when you get to this high level is your image, right? He divorced his wife. He divorced the Becky, and what did he do? He did the ultimate, right? He got a baddie, a 10, and Ciara is a 10.
No, she's not.
Out of 10. Huh?
She is.
No, she's not.
Sure. Okay, she's a 9. But she ain't no 8. She ain't no 7.
No 9.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Yo,
right,
10 is high. She's not I disagree. But no,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Guys, we can go back and forth all day, fine. But in most brackets, she's top echelon. She's top of the tops. All right. Now, listen, brother, we can go back and forth. Listen, if you don't think she's a 10, that's fine.
Continue the train of thought.
Where was I?
Yeah, she's a 10.
Ciara's a 10.
Right. Yeah. Like 9, 10, whatever. Again, she's up there. She's up there. She's not a regular schmegula degular chick, right? Plus, she has a, she was a pop star. She was an icon, a little bit of an icon for a little bit. And I was getting into this argument with my mentor the other day, and like he's an older gentleman, and he's from the past era where he's like, well, he thinks like Russell Wilson's a simp. He's like, that dude, like, you got to be a simp to like take care of another dude's kid. And you know what? Sure, there's an argument for that also. I think it's a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too further into it. I think what he's done is genius, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it genius? Here's why, right? And I don't even think it's all about this lovey-dovey stuff that they're portraying. Maybe they do love each other on some level, but the way he went about courting her, genius. He told her, or he told the public, that she needed not to have sex with anybody for a year to give herself to God. Who loves God? Everybody in America loves God, or a majority of people in America. Black people love them some Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, he's taking on a single mother, right? A single mother. What does he have? What are black people feel? What is the black community filled with? Single mamas, like 80%, something like 80% of black female mothers are single moms.
Yes.
So what does that do? What fantasy does that fulfill in so many different minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's 2. Hold on, and I'm gonna put this. I'm just putting this whole thing together, right? First thing out the when they were like starting to come out official, what did she do? She came out to his game. She put Russell Wilson's number on Future's baby, and this is what it was like. Oh, he's my man, and she was supporting him. He took the lead, and she took the supportive role. Everybody likes that, right?
Yes.
You got the clean cut guy. With the pop star, like R&B artist with a bit of a checkered past. You know what I'm saying? They both look good together, right? He cleans up her image a little bit. She gives him a little bit of a street cred because like she went with Future, she was with Bow Wow, she was with Stoudemire, and then all of a sudden she's with this guy and she's giving herself up to God. It's like perfect story. Hold on, I'm gonna get to it though. Because sure, you may say, "Oh, Q, that could just be circumspect, right? It could have just happened that way, right?" Then they get married, they start having kids. But what do? They write a book, right? They write a book together. The book, I think the book is called "Why Not You?" Empowering about like, yo, you can do anything you want for black kids. She starts Ciara, who was back then I think she was worth something like 30 mil, and I think Russell Wilson was worth like 100 mil, or whatever when they first started out. She signs with the former CEO of Lululemon. What's her name? Christine Day. Yep. Christine Day, and with her and her husband, they start up a new line of clothing. Who did the same thing? Kanye West did that. Kanye is a billionaire now. Have you gone on that site? The site, it's called LRDC or some shit like that. I think I have it written somewhere. House of LRNC, right?
Yep. Yeah.
There's a pair of shorts, leather shorts being sold for girls. Beautiful. That Ciara's modeling, $500. Kicks, $500. Money. All right. You have to understand, when these guys play the game, they're not even playing it like us. All right. Where we're like, oh, trying to find the right girl. She was a perfect match for him for money. Okay. Mm-hmm. You know why? As soon as like she put that jersey on baby Future, all of his merchandise sales, all of his shirts went through the roof. They're killing it. I think he's worth 130 now, and she's worth 40. They're going to be raking in this perfect black family, like our community is. Like, oh, we're taking on, like, how many times have you dated or have gone to serious relationships with a single mother. Like it's perfect. You have to understand this stuff is about optics. This is at this point with a guy like Russell Wilson, the way he carefully crafted his reputation. Come on, man. Yeah. We've gone to college. We've all gone to high school. The football players always got the baddest chicks, right? They always did. And even if you didn't hear about it, whatever party you were at, you knew what was going on. You knew what they were doing, right? It's just that he's smart enough to keep it quiet, right? He's smart enough to not get caught up in these strip clubs looking like an idiot. He's not like what's his name? The football star who ruined his reputation by fighting in the strip clubs. The one that was on TJ something or TG whatever he was. I forget his name, but he was able to make sure that he was never in any of the spotlight or any of the negative spotlights, you know. And what did he do? He picked a chick who is bad. You can say she's not bad, but she is bad, you know.
Yo, Q, I feel like Q got a Ciara poster on his wall right now. He's like,
I just put it together. And here's the thing. I always thought I thought Ciara was cool. She had that one song, something slow, blah blah blah. Don't remember it. Not my thing. I'm not a thing guy.
She had about three, 4.
1-2 step.
Joints. Yeah.
1-2 step.
She had she had a couple joints.
But my greater point is this: she could have been like, and my mentor said this: Ashanti, right? A chick who was doing the thing, and then she just disappeared, and nobody ever heard of her again. That would have been Ciara's. Ciara's basically her own story. Well, what did she do? She cleaned up her act. She figured it out. Like, got with a good dude, making hella bucks. But again, she's supposed to get with a dude making hella bucks. That's her status, right? That's her status. She's already a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? He's up there making millions. Also, it works perfectly. Will Smith crafted this whole perfect family for years, and we always thought, oh, Will Smith had. But what he didn't realize, what happened, right? His goofy ass wife ruined it. You have to understand, image is everything, gents. Everything. That's why I always tell you guys, yo, make sure you look your best, you smell your best, you act your best. You give the world your best. You give the world the best version of yourself, right?
Yep.
That's what I believe in. And if you do, you're going to just open doors. And at the very least, people are going to look at you and like, wow, that dude or that chick, these guys are really put together. You already command some type of respect. Russell Wilson,
yeah.
Listen. These guys are making money. They're moving on levels that we can't understand. This stuff was planned out, and that's all I got to say about that.
Well, can I share a clip of? Go ahead, Dice. My bad.
No, I was gonna say one thing. I think everything that Q said is definitely on point. What I think though is people don't understand is that I think all three of them winning.
Oh yeah,
Russell winning, Ciara winning, and Future winning. They keep driving each other's stock up. Everybody look at Future to be this guy who's supposed to be, yo, fuck you bitches. Yo, they belong to the streets. Yo, do your own thing, king. Okay, cool, right? And they see everybody they see Ciara as the chick who made it. She changed her situation around. And they're looking at Russell as, yo, even if they look at him as a square, his stock is still going up to be talked about as much as he's talked about on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. All of them can go to a company with this. Hey, look how much views I bring. Look how much my name is mentioned. I'm top 7 with trending topics. All of us are.
Yep.
Yo, Baby Future is good. Baby Future and the rest of those kids, they're good. Everybody else can complain all they want. Channing Crowder can say what he wants. They all eating, dogs. Yep. They all eating, baby.
All I'm saying, I think this stuff is deeper than how we actually view it. These guys, their contracts that they're making, their contracts, they're set up. They're going to make even more money now. When football ends for Russell Wilson, he's still going to be making money off just his family brand, and that's what it's all about. Family brand. Kanye got with Kim Kardashian, and he became a millionaire. He became a billionaire. Okay, it's all about who you're partnering in this. Like these marriages, A lot of them are just like old school marriages. All right, your family is of a certain status, my family is of a certain status. We bring them together, we're gonna elevate the whole family, and that's what they did. Now this is the same thing that's been done for millennia. It's just different now. All right, we have the internet age, and we have like everybody selling you a version of their lives on social media. It's not really their lives. None of this stuff is their lives. This stuff is curated, guys. I just find it interesting that we get so caught up, like, oh, he's a ship, he's dating a baby mom. But you know what? How much money she's gonna make him? She's gonna put at least 50 million bands on top of whatever he was gonna make, just from endorsements and just deals coming back. The clothing line is gonna kill because he's on the clothing line. He's on it. He's in it. He's got his own little men's side or whatever. So it's called Good Man. It's called Good Man. Good Man. He's gonna make money.
The branding is crazy. Yeah.
Branding is insane. All right, and that's one thing I think we miss because we're so caught up. Like, oh, he's a square. Blah 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 blah. We get caught up in the minutia, but it's a lot deeper than it is. At least that's what I think.
I'm gonna share this real quick.
It made you bag Ciara. What was the line that got her to go out on a date with you?
Well, first of all,
shit.
You know, I had this wallet. I had this wallet, and it was broke. It was broke down. It was like kind of tore up. I had it for a while. I was single at the time. You know, I was running around single, and I had this wallet. It was tore up. So I could, first day we met, and we had been talking for 2.5 hours. You know, hanging out, whatever. And she saw the wallet sit on the table. She said, "What the hell is that?" She said, "What the hell is that?" I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "That wallet. You losing with that?" I said, I put my finger. I said, "First of all, with me, you're never losing."
Ooh.
I said, second of all, I said that wallet that shows consistency. Shows consistency. That's what you're gonna get from me. Wow. You're gonna get somebody who's gonna be consistent for you every day.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what
even when your shit old and broke down.
I said inside that wallet, there's something that's real in there. You know what I mean? So I think that was
what was
that
it?
was
That
it.
That was real money.
Yeah.
He don't talk smooth. A square don't talk smooth like that. And the way that he was,
don't sleep on him.
I had to come back.
And you see the pickup game by using the wallet. You see how he took the wallet and used that to give her everything she wanted to hear in that one swoop.
In that one swoop.
Go ahead, B.
Man has game.
That's my point.
You got game, bro.
All right, cool.
Nah. You on future side. Don't come here now.
She picked him up. He picked up because he has money. If he was not Russel Wilson, he didn't have that big ass contract. Would she be with him? That's what he's saying. No.
But would she be with Future? Okay, but would she be with Future for the same thing you're saying? If Future had no money, would she be with Future? No. So again, that makes that argument null and void. She's a celebrity.
It's not
She's
about
gonna.
The money.
It's not about the money.
They're in the same circle because of in the same circle because of their circumstances. You know what I'm saying? You acting like she go to the corner bar or something. She not going to the corner bar.
We not gonna get the Ciara because we are average where we are in the regular world. And the places she goes, she's gonna bump in. She's gonna bump into the Jay-Z's, the Nas's. She does just where she gets invited to these places. She knows where these places are. She could show up and get in. Us, she's not gonna date. She would have never ended up with someone broke. If that's the point, it just so happens that Russel Wilson is making good money, but again, there's the other angle with the branding, and then there's the other angle. That's what happens in regular life. You date someone toxic until you can't deal with it no more, and you go look for what's right for you. So it's just a combination. It just so happens it's Russel Wilson. But to be honest, if Ciara's your sister and you looking at that situation, I'm happy you found a man that's a good man. Right? You got to look at it from she's winning in that way. We could say it's the money, we could say it's the branding, but at least it's like, damn,
I got something.
You know what? What's up?
Okay, right now, all of us, right now. Okay, how often are we going to clubs? Everybody here, how often are we going to clubs?
Not often.
Not often. No, seriously.
No, we don't go to clubs, bro.
All right. I don't even For what? All right, cool. We do our jobs. We take care of what we need to take care of and come back home. Guess what we would be considered as?
Squares.
Every one of us will be considered as squares. Because somebody who's out clubbing, this nigga running in the girls every night, he going there, doing this. That's too much. That's not fun to me. That just seems like... So I'm like, yeah.
Let me mute him.
Be your mic, son.
I muted him. I muted B. B talking about that Haitian meal. He said, let me get that sauce squad. B said, let me get that Zico avec Guyo. I need that now.
Dice, continue. Dice, continue. Dice, continue. Let Dice finish.
That was funny as hell, bro. That was funny as hell. No, I don't think people understand. That shit is hilarious, bro. For real.
The man turned off his camera, but the mic said, Zico avec Guyo. Bam legim na avec Z blanc. With the whole Haitian flag. But look at the background though. The man got the flag up and all. Yeah.
Shout out to the General B, boy. Haitian sensation.
We all will basically be looked at as squares. I mean, because we do the simple, regular thing. You feel me? A, B, C, D, and we be in our own space. That whole idea of being cool is like, that's for the young dudes, man. Like, you could be cool if you want. I'm all right. I'm cool.
But you do, but hold on. But you do realize you are cool. You do realize you're not a square. I understand by the definition we would be looked at as squares, but we're grown men. We get up every day. We go to work. We make a living. We provide for our families. We put money in our pocket. Our bills is paid. We're not on the streets. We're not wondering where the next meal is coming from. We're not, I can't go to work every day. Nah, we handling business out here.
Yeah. Remember Bronx Tale? Remember Bronx Tale when what you call it when what's his name he got his pops was the bus driver, and my man was like, yo, the working man is not a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that line, that line stuck with me. That line stuck with me for years because I'm like, because everybody look at that and be like, nah, son, you working a regular 9 to 5. No, that the guy who gets up every morning and goes to work and he does it consistently, bro, that's what it shows you that he has a work ethic. What makes him a square? Because he's doing something that he's providing for his family. He making sure he's doing a routine. Son, well, I could have been on a corner, you know what I'm saying, and slinging and doing all that. But son, that's not consistent. There's too many variables. The risk alone is too much. You know what I'm saying? That's not a what you call a calculated risk. You know what I'm saying? Going to work and working a 9 to 5, bro, there is no risk. You go to work, you do what you're supposed to do, you come home, you got to check. That's consistency. That is a good habit. What makes that? What makes you a square for that? You know what I'm saying?
Emma, I think what you said is what they use as a stick to measure square. Like if you're not gonna take a risk, because only someone who's like risky as fuck will be like, oh, he got a job. Oh, this motherfucker's a square. I was that guy at some point. No responsibility. Yep. But I'm over here looking at everybody with a responsibility. Like, look at this fucking guy. He's going back to work there. Why would he do that? Next thing I know, 2 years later, I'm like, I get him. I understand it now.
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah. You notice he has that car. What's up, Q?
Dice, you didn't know better. We didn't know better, right?
Yeah, we didn't know better.
Like whatever we see on TV or on the music videos, we think that's real life. That's not real life. That's only like a small subset of black people. That's maybe what, 2%, 4% of black people.
Is it even 4%? It's not even 4%.
I don't even think
below 2%. I would say below 2%. It's below 2%.
I would say 1-2%.
We might be at 0.9%, bro. Not even a full point.
I believe you. I believe you. I would believe you. It's what we as black people idolize. We idolize the worst types of things. Like we think these things are the best things. The goofiness, and I'm like, no. Without first off going to what Amo was saying, the working man. there would be no world without the working man. You wouldn't have phones. We wouldn't have this podcast if it wasn't for the working guy doing it every day. Listen, I work for utilities, right? Gas, steam, and electricity. There would be no lights if it wasn't for me and the other 20+ thousand people that work in my goddamn company. You know, like you need the working guy. So like I never like, again, it's more of like this foolishness that certain black people think that they idolize. Oh yeah, you gotta be the bad boy, trap. 9 to 5 guys are lame. 9 to 5 guys are nothing. But guess what? After a couple of years, I'm gonna get paid into perpetuity. My company has to pay me for the rest of my life. If I get married and I pass away, she gets all that money until the rest of her life. Right? They got to pay me into perpetuity on top of all my other investments, on top of my 401k, my IRA, and every other little thing that I have on the side, every other little thing that I have on the side, and properties. So like once we start getting out of this mindset of like, you know, fast money and buy, spending and ice, bro, you're gonna realize like the whole world is gonna open up to you.
It's true. Listen, it's true. Because Dice said, back in the days, right? Like we all said, we were dumb. You're like, oh, he's not taking any risk, but we are taking risks now, right? But it's a calculated risk, and it's a risk that's legal, right? Like you said, your investments, stock portfolios, cryptocurrency. If I'm going to take a risk, it'll be there, not on the corner slinging something. Listen, not everyone is fucking Rick Ross. Not everyone got it like that. Yes, you may have the diamonds that are just phenomenal at it, but how consistent can it be? There's danger involved with that. There's danger involved with a lot of jobs. But at the end of the day, listen, you can't file that at the end of the year for taxes. That does nothing for you when you're trying to just go and get a vehicle. I mean, you can get certain vehicles, but if you're paying with anything above 10,000 cash, they need to know where you got that from. When you're going to get a property, all of that means zero now. They learn from all the past drug lords, and they're like, nah, we need pay stubs. We need all of this. So, you know, there's something where it means something, building credit. But, you know, anyone else have anything that they want to add on to this? Ciara, Russ, I'm just going to say this, bro. Let me just put this picture up one more time, bro. You can't be calling no one a square. When Q sent this shit to me, bro, I was like, come on, man. Like, that's not him, bro. Because I'm like, wait a minute, he has dreads, and I'm like, oh man, everyone has a past.
You don't see that chin,
bro. He looked, bro. First of all, you dressed up as drag. That's a square thing.
He looked like Donnie Wildberry from
Listen, but no, listen, on the real, right? But on the real, right? You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
Shout out to him still. Listen, shout out to him still. You know what I'm saying? He has a beautiful family. You know what I'm saying? And that's the question you gotta ask. I gotta ask the same question to him. Like, if you ain't had the money, you think you'd be married to Asia? You think you'd be married to the girl you got? Is that your college sweetheart? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got beautiful children. You know what I'm saying? The life that you have, would you have that without being the athlete that you are? You know what I'm saying? What would be the alternative? Because you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And my mother always told me, when you start calling somebody something, you start pointing out their imperfections. Those are imperfections you see in yourself. If I'm calling you a square, because I see that I'm a square myself. I call you a spade. A duck could only call a duck because a duck. You know what I'm saying? Like
you had said something poignant earlier. You made a point. You said, "Yo, I can't wait to see what after all this dies down, what Russell has to say." Yeah. I'm going to bet that he says nothing, because guess what? Smart people don't beef. They don't. They don't get into these goofy little squabbles, because guess what? If you know you're higher, right? If you know your status is higher, and you know you're going, your trajectory is nothing but up. Why would
I come down?
No. That's old Russell. This new Russell Wilson they got now, that got himself traded. This man got a mouth on him. I heard he got a mouth.
Oh, sometimes he gotta let you. Sometimes he gotta let y'all know. He gotta let y'all know. Y'all gotta relax a little bit.
Traded, though. So you got traded, and lost a lot of money.
Still, all of that is irrelevant. He's still Russell Wilson. He's still making money. He's still a quarterback. He's still with Ciara. He still has his branding deals. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I got one.
Man, there was an old rumor. Hold on. There was an old rumor about Ciara when we were growing up.
Nah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Leave that. No. Do not do it.
Gotta have it backed up, man.
Listen,
that's why she's not a 10.
No.
That's why she's not a 10.
Listen, no. We're not going there. Leave that alone.
She will always be a 5.
Listen, we ain't entertaining that. Yo, next topic, man. We're not entertaining that. No, we're not entertaining.
Next topic.
OnlyFans. You got like 1 million followers or something?
2 million.
Damn. You look like the type of girl that only dates like rich guys. Is that true?
No, that's not true. I only date black guys. Especially black guys. Let me clarify. I only date rich black guys.
Rich black guys. There we go. And you know you're toxic.
Yeah.
You can tell she like black guys. It's like, especially black guys. For all you watching, I'm with it. Do you like to be fully controlled, or do you?
I like to be submissive. In the bedroom.
Yes.
But like in my life, I don't like anybody to tell me what to do.
Yeah, so you only want them to tell you what to do in the bedroom. Other than that, you don't want them to tell you anything.
Right. No, that's exactly it. Yes.
So that sounds like you're a control freak with your relationships. Be careful with this one. She's gonna boss you around like
sweet toxicity.
So you only date rich black guys. So like, have you ever dated like any politicians, or only like rappers or athletes, or what kind of rich black guys?
No dope boys, no politicians.
Just strictly athletes.
I mean, well, dabble here, dabble there, a little bit.
Have you ever dated any celebrities?
Dated? Well, I mean, yes.
What celebrities have you dated?
Just like athletes. Jermichael Finley, but don't look him up. Don't look him up because it's gonna make me look really bad.
How much do you make a month?
A lot.
Yeah, we make good money.
Like you make 6 figures a year.
Multiple 6.
I got first.
I'm gonna leave that to B. That's all you, B. That's all you.
Leave that to B, man.
I'm gonna leave that to B. That's all you.
King B.
She's all you.
You can see she's a psychopath, and she has issues.
Yeah, I'm weak.
It's the way she talks, the way she acts. You can see that she's gonna be on the first 48 or snap.
Yo,
and she's gonna be, and she's a good liar.
Oh man, damn.
Like, why did he submit? Did he waste his time and go lose his life to a woman like that? Young, vibrant, young black man. You go and you date that. She hides her life from you because I'm pretty sure he told her, I won't date a person that does a certain thing. So she hides what she does professionally from you. When you find out, you feel like she has to stop. The psychopath,
Wait, is this what really happened? I'm sorry. Are we speculating, or is this what?
No, I sent you the story. That's why she killed him. Because he tried to tell her she can't have OnlyFans. So have OnlyFans on him. She chose OnlyFans, but she chose to kill him as well. I told you the whole story. I got it from Daily News, bro. Something's really wrong with a person like that, and then to claim that you have mental illness just to get out on bail, for them to let you out.
Yeah.
And they it's such a double standard to it, because if he had killed her, he would never see a light of day, and you would not see the light. You would not get no bail. But somehow, because she's a little white girl, she got bail after killing a young man that did nothing to her. Besides love her, it says love her and show her the most respect you can.
So, I'll just jump in here real quick because I'm not too familiar with, all the details. I'll tell you what I've gathered. I guess that's the better thing, right? So this is a chick on OnlyFans, right? And that footage that we just shown, I believe that was 2 days before the actual murder. We also have a clip of, the scene of the crime. But before we even get into that, hold on, I'm sorry, let me just Who is that? I think Dice got kicked out. Let me add him back in real quick. That's gonna take me off solo. I kicked you out. That McDonald's is closing. You know that McDonald's Wi-Fi.
McDonald's Wi-Fi guest.
Strikes again, right? McDonald's Wi-Fi strikes again.
I see Dice though.
He's good. All right.
Yeah, he back up.
All right. So with this whole situation, I've seen so many sides to it, right? And I'm gonna get to it real quick. You have the side that's saying, he's an innocent, good guy. She just killed him because she's psychotic. As what B says. Then I read that, the reason she did what she did was in self-defense because he was physically abusing her, which was confirmed by neighbors, seeing that they've heard multiple altercations. Police have been called to their apartment multiple times, which the police confirmed regarding domestic disputes, right? So there's something there. They didn't disclose whether it was because he was beating on her or she was hitting on him, but they have a history of domestic issues, right? Then you had close friends of theirs, like, I guess as couples, you always have that best friend couple group with you. So basically the girl from that other relationship basically commented like, listen, the reason we could speak on this is because we were really close to them and we knew the real them, right? And she says, after speaking to the parents, it's clear that they didn't know about the toxic things that were going on in their behaviors because they did a really good job of putting up this facade on the outside that everything was okay, but really they were beefing and going at it. And what the girl did say, and again I feel this is great context, right? Because we said white woman, black guy, right? She was saying like, hey, I don't want him to be painted as the bad guy because as far as we're concerned, whenever they did have an argument, she was always putting her hands on him. And he really never showed any type of, intention of, putting hands back on her. So they're finding it hard to believe that she would have a reason as to why she would need a knife to defend herself. However, again, going back to the neighbors, they're saying that's, they have been domestic disputes. There was even someone across the street that has clear access view to their apartment where they said like, hey, we've seen him beating on her. They weren't sure if it was open hand or closed hand. But they're confirming that's also true, right? So clearly there's like a domestic dispute or whatever the case is. So because of that, it gives to her argument saying, hey, I did that in self-defense. I think she said, he was choking me or trying to strangle me or whatever.
Wait.
I'm just what's been reported, what's been the news, what's the footage. Now my thing is, the police have confirmed there's domestic disputes, right? And because of that, because he was part of that whole situation, that gives them the ammunition to say she was defending herself, right? Because if they were in that domestic dispute, and let's say they were in an altercation, but this time she decided to stab him, she can say it was in self-defense. If he never had the record of putting his hands on her at all, if there was no multiple police calls to their place prior to this incident, if there was none of that, then they wouldn't have that angle. But because they do, that's what it is. Another thing before I let you guys go, is a ton of black women. This was the other side that caught me off guard, right? A ton of black women, they're like, fuck him. Right. And the reason why they're like, yo, we're not doing no GoFundMe for you, we're not going to support you, is because he spent years of his time bashing black women and saying, he fucks with white women only, black women are this, black women are that, things from like, white boobs are better than black boobs. Well, he used titties, saying that, black women are ignorant and things like that, just throughout his, from like, I think 2012, because, I deep dived in everything and they basically dragged him through the mud now. Like, yo, like, we're sorry this happened to you, but like, what, now you guys are expecting the black women, the black sisters that he spent the majority of his time disrespecting, to come to his aid. So I kind of got a reason with that a little bit. And I will say, he didn't do himself any favors by doing that. I feel this is the key thing I took out of all of that. You don't need to, you can have your dating preference. You can date whoever the fuck you want. No one can tell you who to love or how to move in your life. You can't help who you fall in love with. That it has nothing to do with skin tone, skin color, or anything like that. But what I will say is, you don't need to bring down your own race in the process, like shit on your own people. And if you want to date white women and that is your preference, you don't like black women, you feel this, okay, that's cool. Date the white woman and just keep it like that. But when you're dating a white woman and you're saying, well, yeah, I date a white woman because black women ain't shit, they're trash, it doesn't, so that's also another element to it. But, obviously, I never want to see anyone lose their life again. But, right now they're investigating. So, that's for them to kind of figure out, was it self-defense or just was it murder? But,
hold on. Let me talk about that. I'm against domestic violence. We all against domestic violence. That's a known fact. My problem with those shit is I can understand investigating the murder. All right, cool. He did all that. I can understand what he said, so they won't support him. Cool. I understand that. My thing is that the gravity of how much time she stabbed him, something ain't right with that. Something ain't right with that. Like, you can't tell me you stabbed him that many times. You tell me he was hitting on you, he was choking you. It has to be something you thought about and you were ready to do. It's premeditated, bro. Come on, man.
Let me ask you a question.
I watch enough First 48 to know when it says premeditated.
You said First 48.
She knows
Let me ask you a question.
Doing, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Right? It's true the amount of times that he was stabbed was excessive, right? It wasn't like a one stab to get away type thing, right? It was repeated, right?
No.
That's what you're saying.
But
that can also speak to someone snapping, and let's just say because the police have confirmed multiple calls, like over 5 of them, of domestic disputes over a period of time between these two people. Who's not to say like, yo, I'm tired of getting my ass whipped. You beat me to a pulp so many times. How many times have we seen that woman die because she didn't do anything at all? And she died because of domestic violence. So, bro, when you say the multiple stabs, listen, I'm just saying, when you're saying, all right, I'll use this as a clear example. I am a peaceful guy. I have nothing to do with the streets. I have not a violent bone in my body. I wish no one harm, right? But if someone harms my wife or my daughters to the point where their lives are in danger, I'm going to eliminate them. Right? My first instinct, I could say I lost my mind probably, right? Because the normal me is not going to just walk up. But if it's to save a life, my own or my family's life, I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm going to only shoot him once because I don't want to look too crazy. No, I might bust 3 or 4 shots to ensure that he's done.
Incapacitate.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. When you're in that state of mind, if you see your father and your mother in danger right now, you're not gonna. Oh, I'm only gonna stab you one time, just to you make sure until the person is not able.
Let's not. That's not what she did. End of the day, the man she killed, the man's in. Let's get it straight now. The man's for saying what you said about black women, because our black queens are supposed to be held at highmost. At the highmost. Let's get that straight out there. You don't disrespect the black queen, one. You don't talk about the black women, period. You don't disrespect them. They have their flaws. White men have their flaws. Everyone has flaws. Cool. You don't disrespect them. That's one. Let's get that out there. 2. Now if you hit her, I don't agree with that. You don't hit a woman. But I still don't think she had the right to stab that man. As much as she
if
did.
her life was in danger, if she's getting strangled to death, you can't.
I don't think she's getting strangled to death. If you get strangled, Jimmy, your product.
B, hold on. Let me hit you up. You justify. Hold on. Let me get Dice in here. B, I like this. Me and you, we're gonna go at it, right? But let's make it sensible, right? You're sitting here saying, even if she was being abused, right? And I'm not saying this is what you're saying, but this is what I'm gathering. Even if there was a chance that she was being abused and she stabbed them in self-defense. If that's what happened, you're saying she has no right to stab somebody. However, in a previous pod, we was discussing Will Smith going to smack somebody, and you was co-signing the smack just for the joke. But you mean to tell me if someone here feels like, yo, my life is on the line, this is the only way I may survive. He's if you see the pictures, he's obviously far bigger than her, muscular, in shape.
Yep.
So, and naturally men we're just stronger by genetics, right? So I don't think, bro,
I don't think that was the proper result. That's the proper way to deal with
So
that
what was she
situation.
supposed to do if she's getting strangled
Leave the
to
relationship.
death?
Leave the relationship.
But she may not be alive, B.
Bro, if she was getting strangled to death, there's no way you get strangled to death. You're gonna find a time to get a knife and stab that nigga that many times.
Maybe they was in the kitchen.
Jimmy,
we don't know. I don't know,
people, bro.
No. What I'm saying is, I don't. Hold on, B. What I'm saying is, I don't want us to speak on
yes.
what you may personally feel. We don't have all the. I'm just saying there's both angles to everything. What I'm saying is the only reason we're even entertaining the domestic violence is because it's been reported over 5 times on different various dates way before this incident. So we can't say he's not beating her up, and she's also putting her hands on him as well.
I'm not saying he's not beating up. I'm not saying that part. I'm just saying there's no reason for you to stab a man that many times.
But if he's whipping your ass constantly, you could just snap. B.
If you need to get, you can snap. All right, once, twice. But you trying to tell me he was dead because it was reported he died and she kept on stabbing. I'm going.
I mean, maybe that's how much pain. Maybe that's how much pain, physically and emotionally, she's caused him. I'm telling you, if someone harms my child,
crime of passion. I think crime of passion. I think that's what
there you go.
That is not crime of passion. No, that's not.
Listen, if someone takes someone that I love from me right now, and I get the opportunity, and let's say I just don't make it there in time, and I see that I've lost a loved one, and I'm around the person I'm losing my mind in that moment. I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me be strategic and only stab you once. I'm going to keep stabbing you. It's gonna happen.
She's taking another human's life, and she did it intentionally, bro.
How do you know that? No, wait. How do you know? But we don't know that.
We don't know that. You know, and that's the thing, right?
She claimed insanity. She pleaded insanity.
Listen,
insanity and trying to get out, and they let her out.
I would too. If I had to defend the life of myself.
Perfectly normal.
Listen, but you don't know that. That's what I'm saying. Listen. You sound like you arguing in her defense. You know what I'm saying? You sound like you arguing in her defense.
How much
did you see the post?
We don't know the situation. We just know that this is something that happened, and you gotta remember the topic of the day. It's 3 kinds of women, right? So this young lady just moved to Miami, if I'm not mistaken. This is 2022. We in what, April? 4 months. There's 5 domestic calls in 4 months in Miami, right? That's where she at. She in what's that nice little neighborhood they like? Brookhaven. What's the shit to begin? What's the shit in my the nice where all the OnlyFans girls are, all the good looking. What's that shit called over there in Miami, man?
Something Towers, the
South Beach?
Towers, the Nun. I don't know.
No, it's not South Beach. It's a specific area in Miami, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's an affluent neighborhood in Miami.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm finish your point.
You know what I'm saying? And this is where all these girls are. You know what I'm saying? These girls are specifically this is their bread and butter. They looking good. They going to the gym. They eating right. They OnlyFans pages are hooked up. These are the girls that you see on. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
But how did she post? Did you see the whole story? Because she posted something after she killed them. She posted a whole footage on OnlyFans.
Yeah, but that doesn't speak to her innocence or her guilt. You know what I'm saying? It don't speak to her innocence or guilt. Like I said, once we get all the facts, remember, this is fresh. We're not talking on a topic that happened, months ago. This is fresh. This is brand new. You know what I'm saying? We gotta give it.
Was he stabbed?
Huh?
How many times was he stabbed? Dice wants to know that.
I don't even think they put a number. They just said multiple.
Hold on.
I think they said multiple, which means
B, you better have a number, B, because you saying she stabbed him mad times.
Hold on.
Multiple doesn't mean a lot.
Let me
listen to it.
When a person kills another person in defense and they break, that person can stay in that one place and stab non-stop until they're snapped out of the situation. Okay, there's a lot of scenarios. I'm not excusing anything. I'm just saying when it comes to death, murder, things get get sketchy, man, because the way some people react to things are not the same way others do. It can be a whole different. Some people can just, hey man, I defended, I try, and then some people they snap, they do whatever they do, and they go back to regular normal shit. Like they'll go home, they'll sit down and watch TV. They don't realize what happened. Some people, it's just you don't really know how it's going to really play out. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying when it comes to things of that nature, and especially this day and age of people with all of these phones and stuff, people are so hooked on these phones, they would not stop to do. People, when a person do something freaky or freaked out, they'll go back to regular routine just for their brain to make sense out of what happened. Sometimes they don't even know what happened. Again, not excusing, just only saying when it comes to murder or just self-defense, things can go up, down, left, right. You don't really know. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? This is not premeditated. She ain't wake up in the morning and say, today I'm gonna kill this dude. We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. The way it's being framed is, all right, you know what I'm saying? They were in constant domestic disputes. The authorities were called. You know what I'm saying? There are witnesses from across the way, next door neighbors that said, yeah, they fight a lot. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They had that one argument that just went past the line. Hey, I'm just waiting to see what the evidence that comes out. Yeah, it seems kind of sketchy that, hold up, I just killed somebody and they let me off, or they put me in the J building. Yeah, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's where the suspicion lies. But bro, let's wait for some of the facts, man. Let's wait for some of the facts. We know men and women get into relationships that are just like out of this world. Like, damn, you ain't leave. Why you ain't leave? Maybe, you know what I'm saying, he was providing some kind of comfort that she was missing, some sense of safety that he was providing her, that in that moment, she lost that. You don't know what the circumstance was, man. You don't really know what the circumstance was. I'm not defending her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not defending him either.
We just dealing with the cards we've been given, right? This is from the New York Post. This is from TMZ. This is just the information on the surface. If I'm not mistaken, they were broken up. But I believe he's also her lawyer. So that's why that communication still stood there, right?
Okay.
And also to the point, okay, she doesn't want to give up OnlyFans. I mean, she does have 2 million viewers, 2 million fans, and she's making a good six figures every year.
Yep.
And I get it, as a man, you're like, hey, I don't want my woman exposed like that. But look, man, you can't tell someone that's making a ton of money to stop. Unless you have some sort of alternative, right? It's like, all right, yo, hey, man, I don't want you doing OnlyFans. Then it's fair for her to pose the question, okay, well, I built this lifestyle. We're living good. We're eating good. What's the alternative? Because once you get used to that, again, I don't know how deep OnlyFans go. I don't know if she was just showing images and stuff like that, or she was actually going out there prostituting. I don't know how it works. I don't really care. But in B's definition, it's also not right for him to go and put his hands on her because she has an OnlyFans or she doesn't want to give it up, right? So we can always say it's not right, this and this that. All I'm saying is the cards on the table. Yes, there's a chance where she did it on purpose, and she killed him and stabbed him multiple times, or there's also a chance where she felt like it was the only thing she could do. She's not taking the beatings anymore. Did we not see J-Lo in Enough? At some point it's like, hey, like, all right, you keep whipping my ass, I'm gonna snap. I also want to show this clip before we even continue, because Q still didn't go. But Q, I wanted you to see this as well, to give you a little bit of it might be a little gruesome. You don't like blood, don't look. But this also gives you like insight into what neighbors can see, which is why I'm like, damn, maybe it might be true.
Yeah, Edgewater. That's the neighborhood. Edgewater.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say though. They're toxic. She's toxic. He's toxic. Look, she stabbed the man so much time. All his blood is on her. That's excessive. I understand. Y'all want a domestic dispute. Cool. Get out of it. That's not how you fix the situation. You kill the man.
Listen, it ain't that easy.
It ain't that simple, bro.
How many times have you heard? It's easy, but there's ways. There's ways, bro. You make too much money. I'm pretty sure you guys go access to your money. Buy a house. Get out of the situation. Leave the house. Leave something. Cooler has prevailed. So if she said he was stabbing, he was choking or whatever. How do you stab him that many times?
Listen, until you until you
like 1-2 times, he gotta run. He's under the pain.
Until you experience a toxic relationship where
I've been in those.
Where domestic violence is involved.
Yes, I've been in
now
those,
hold on, wait. You gotta let me finish.
I've been in those, man.
You gotta let me finish. Until you experience a toxic relationship where domestic violence is a variable, and you are a woman, you won't understand. Because we could speak from a male's perspective, because all right, most of us will get up and leave, or you know what I'm saying, there is that percentage of men that will, you know what I'm saying, drop a hole, you know what I'm saying, just to coin the term, you know what I'm saying. But until you in her shoes, until you're in the woman's shoes, because most of the time, like, listen, in that situation, like when the police respond to a domestic dispute, the first, and it's between a man and a woman, the first person they assume is the aggressor is the man. 90% of the time, they assume it's the man. The woman could be the aggressor all the time. You know what I'm saying? Especially if she is the smaller of the two of them. Yeah, the minute they walk through the door, the first person they go to is you. And it's because men don't report domestic violence like women report domestic violence. So, like I said, we can't comment on that. You know what I'm saying? The girl is a pretty girl by the OnlyFans standards. You know what I'm saying? By society standards. And guess what? The picture the sides are gonna line up for her until the evidence comes out. So we have to hold tight and reserve our emotions and thoughts on it, because like you said, we gotta let the police do their work. Let the police do their work, and let the neighbors, corroborate these stories, and then we can make a good assessment of the situation.
Did. She killed them. Put her in jail.
Listen.
I don't see that.
Yo, Q, what's up, man?
Open and close case. He dead.
Well, all right. Well, you guys said a lot. And everybody had very good points, which fantastic. You're right in certain aspects. When you say that you should leave, cooler heads should prevail. And you're right. We don't. When you say that we don't have all of the facts, right? Because we don't. All we have is clips of this, that, and a third of just things that we're just piecing together, right? Now, Amo's right when he says that most of the time the aggressor is the female, right? But I always try to hold men to a higher standard, and I always think about myself and whatever situations that I've been in, and my friends have been in, and situations I've seen growing up in my house, my household, like the toxic things that I've seen. Prada, you opened up with a clip of her right before on that podcast with that guy. I forget his name. He's a funny influencer in Manhattan, in Miami. And he said it. He's like, "Oh, you're toxic, right?" Yeah, she is toxic. She looks like a very toxic person. It wouldn't be what do you call it? I know guys personally who have been in toxic relationships with girls that have, like, where they're constantly like aggressing, and these dum-dums, and I say it, these dudes are dumb for just not
find that
leaving.
offensive.
Just leave. I find that
offensive.
I've had it where girls were trying to be aggressive with me, and I'm just like, okay, cool. In my head, it says, game over. This is the end of the relationship to me. Like, if any girl like gets super upset where she has to like be aggressive to me, and I'm like, I have to restrain you or hold you or calm you down, it's over. It's over. It's over. And there's a certain thing where like, if you see certain toxic behaviors modeled in like maybe your family or maybe in like people around you when you grow up, like that stuff, you may think that, oh, that's just a natural way to live, or that's just how humans or interpersonal interpersonal relationships work. They don't. I listen, if I have to put my hands on any of my friends, just my boys, and it's like a constant thing, I'm not friends with them anymore. I'm not friends with that person. If I know a guy, if I know somebody is apt to fly off the deep end, I'm not hanging out with that guy. I've used this before in the pod. I'm like, we all have that friend that like every time we go out with that friend, there's always some stuff. They can never keep their heads. I cut them off. You know what? I also cut my women off. Any woman that I see that like, yo, listen, we're just having a conversation, argument, whatever it is, as relationships go, in every relationship, not just in a partner, interpersonal relationships with our romantic partners. Any relationship, you're gonna argue. Like I know Amo since we were kids. We've argued, we've had arguments, but we've never come to blows. You know, yeah. I love him because I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna let it go there. And even if it did, right, as men, we'd be like, all right, listen, we both got out of hand. Let's not do this again. Let's talk. I mean, I think we're old enough. Maybe when we were younger, we probably would have been like, if we had like a scuffle or two, we'd be like, all right, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. It's different between men, right? With women, listen, if the rule is don't hit a woman, and a woman's always constantly hitting you or pushing those buttons, you shouldn't be with her, right? Now, the brother, they say the brother said some nefarious things against black women in 2012. People can change. 2012 was a decade of.
Yeah. Sorry, Q. 2012 to 2018. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Change.
People can change. Like even if it's 2018, even if it was last year, people change. Some people, you know how many dumb things I said back in 2012? You know how many dumb things I said back in 2016? I look at my fucking this is why I'm happy I'm not on Facebook anymore. But when I used to look at my Facebook timeline, it would say, like, it would come up with those posts. Oh, you said this on this day. I'm like, oh, why? Why did I say that? I'm such an idiot. You're not the same person. People can change. Now, if you're in a toxic relationship with a woman, you gotta leave. All right. If you don't like what she does, you gotta leave. Not like now all we're doing is we're speculating on what might have been. I don't think we should really like focus on that. Mm-hmm. I think we should focus on what's happened, right? For one, and the most important thing, we're down one brother, right? Even though he's Nigerian and he doesn't come from this country, he immigrated here. We still lost a young black man, handsome, well in shape, and he was I'm hearing he was a lawyer of some type. Like we lost one, and that should be the only thing we should be focusing on. A lost life, right? All right, that's done. We can't take it back. We can't go back. How do we get back, right? First off, don't entertain these chicks, right? Don't entertain toxicity in any aspect of your life. Any aspect. If your mom is being toxic to you, cut her off. If your brother, cut her off.
Amen.
Let me finish.
Nah.
Let me finish. Because what people don't realize is you can't keep letting people do bad things to you. You have to like get away from that as fast and as far as possible. bad relationships make for only bad future, right? And you got to get the hell away from that, right? If you're like your families can be toxic, 100%. If you're the only person doing the right thing and your family's doing the wrong thing, you're in the wrong place. Move away from them. Get the hell away from them. This guy, maybe he beat her up, or he got to the point where it's like, well, he did all of these bad things. I still don't think that's a reason. That's a reason to lose your life. Go to jail. Go to anger management. Get better. If that happened, if we're only dealing with ifs, all right. I can only deal with what I know, right? And I can't speculate what may or may not have happened, right? What do we know? There was domestic violence. What do you call it? Calls, and these two got each other, so that means that the relationship is toxic. So that relationship was doomed. Yes, he may be handsome, she may be beautiful, and she may be making all this money off of OnlyFans, and she claims to be crazy. I don't know how crazy you can be, but how crazy you can be when the day after you post two, not one, but two thirst trap pics talking about, blonde hair don't care, long hair don't care, or blonde hair don't care, oh no, long hair don't care. And then the very next post, blondes have the wettest cat, cat emojis, speaking about her cat have the wettest cats, and I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. That doesn't seem like somebody who's crazy to me. That just murder, death, killed somebody. I'm sorry. I can't. If it was self defense, cool, fine. But if you're saying that you're crazy or you broke from reality, ain't no way you're posting the next day something so salient and so cogent. Your mind is still on the money, or
the brand.
Still trying to get them extra OnlyFans dollars. So no, I what do you call it? Put her under the jail, right? Especially like to the point where almost says where most women are usually the aggressors. What do you call it? What do you call it? This is one thing that they don't tell you, but cops and the FBI in their statistics show that most of the time the female is the aggressor. All right, guys, boys,
85.
Anybody listening out there, any woman wants to test you like that, the laws are built against you. Okay. You see a cops like somebody who was in the chat was stating, cops come in, they see a big black guy and a little girl or whatever, you're always going to be bigger. 9 times out of 10, men are always bigger than their women. And even if they weren't, they could still wreck them like it's nobody's business. Okay, we're just built different. Okay, sorry, not sorry. That's life, that's nature, and that's biology. Get away from these people because they will murder you. Now, even if they don't murder you, what do you call it, in real life, and you die, your life will be ruined. Your life will be hampered. You can't let these nasty people in your circle.
All right, that right there, you touched my soul with that. The toxic, and I've always said it, right? That toxic rule for a long time, I've applied it to just friends, right? And even friends, I still give you distill a lot for me to even get to the level of cutting you off. And me, I'll just do the thing where I disappear. I won't even have a conversation about it. I'm like, it's just not working. But then I also had to understand there's family members out there, no matter how much I think the thing, what we do so much is like, oh, we love this person is this. We give them that title. I can love you from a distance. Right? If you that friend and I got to cut you off, then it's bygones be bygones. If you're a family member, I know I'm going to see you again. There's going to be a reunion. It's going to be someone's birthday. I'm going to go visit mama. I'm going to see you there. Whoever the person may be, right? Because I'm no stranger to it. I can love you from a distance. That's, and that's, and if you do have to be cut off permanently, then that's something else. But I think that's important because, boy, I used to lose my mind. Energy, all of it. It used to be insane, but what's up, guys?
Say something about this whole thing about what him saying is shit that he's saying towards black women.
Talk to me.
One of the main things I wanted to stand out. I don't really understand us doing that. I don't get it, dude. I've been dating I've been dating a white girl married to a white woman. 3+ years dating her. Fuck, maybe 15,
18 years, maybe.
So I've been with her for a very long time, bro. At no point did I down black women, bro. At no point did I say, literally at no point, yo, man, they so much easier going to black women because they're not.
They're not.
Because
Nope.
they are not. They are not. Same thing with Spanish. Oh man, they less of a headache. They are not. They are not. A woman is a woman. Female's a female. They're emotional and they get into the shit that, bruh, once they start going, they start going.
Mm-hmm.
Now that aggressive stuff that comes out, it's more for the modern woman than it is for a just black woman or a just Spanish woman. I hate the idea of people saying that black women are aggressive. It's modern women. Modern women are aggressive because modern men are emotional. The scale's got to balance itself out in some form of fashion. And these things have to be admitted at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, then it's like, oh, well, these chicks over here, they're just extremely aggressive. Oh, they just talk a certain way. Yeah, but how about you as a guy? Like, how much things do you fucking fix? Like, are you going out to get what it was gotten? Or is it more females around you that's going out to go get what needs to get gotten? A lot of things changed, man. And I see with my own eyes. Dudes, not all, but the younger, they don't have the same umph. Like, the umph ain't there no more. It's kind of like, yeah, I mean, if I can do it, I can do it. Whatever. I mean, yo, if this fails me, fuck it, I can try another thing. It's like repetitiveness. You know what I'm saying? Taking the time out to fail and realizing that is how you learn. But those small little intricate factors on both sides. But back to the colorism of the situation, that shit should stop, dude. Because it's like I've dated all, and it's just it ain't man. I've seen anger out of white women as the same anger I've seen out of a black woman. They're gonna exert it differently, obviously, but nonetheless, still really spiteful, fucking aggressive, and they can get to a point that you like, yo, bro, I got to go. Don't matter what form of the female it is. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's the same thing for the males. A lot of women, oh well, white males or black males. For the most part, males are somewhat the same. Some are aggressive in a different stance. Some might yell and scream. Some might throw things. But it don't differentiate that the white is a little bit more aggressive than the black or the black. Yo, people are people, man. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, their surroundings and experiences are going to show you. With a few, if you pay attention, you know what? Yeah, this person is real toxic, or they kind of like messed up, and they haven't been talked to, sat down. Nobody really actually spoke to this person. And for the younger generation, sorry to say, they're like that. Because internet helped them be so aggressive, like so direct and like it's like they harnessed a lot of anger. I don't know if y'all realize that, but a lot of young people harness anger at a different level. It's like a thing that they feed on. Either they feed off it or it eats them. That's why a lot of them be depressed as hell or extremely aggressive. What you say, bro? What? Huh? What? Even females. What? You said something? It's like, whoa. But I digress, man.
No, I mean it's definitely a good point, man. And me as a man, I can relate to that. It's like, yo, control your emotions. Like I gotta, because and I used to say it's like, nice guys, we're so nice, we usually spend most of our lives taking the high road. So it's like now you just over it. It's like, all right, fuck it. But then it's like when you finally explode, it's like it's more than just that situation in that minute.
Yeah.
It's one, you've been doing this shit forever. So now I'm just gonna you get what I'm saying? Or it could just be a combination of just a ton of shit. And it's like, listen, I've been giving you so many passes in life, but now, and it's always funny too, as a nice guy, when we do finally snap, right? And it is emotions. And again, learning to control it. But when we lose that, the minute we lose it, as men, we're always look to keep our cool, take the shit, deal with it. But the minute we snap, all of a sudden everyone's like, whoa.
Yo.
Like They'd be like, yo, Prada? Like they're so, and for the people that have logical sense, they're gonna see like, yo, that's not the normal person. Like, yo, that person has been, you must have did something to that person. There's no way this person would, blow like that. But again, it does come with dealing with your emotions, because I've had plenty of situations in life where emotions would just take over me and I lose all types of sense. I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. I'm entertaining conversations that I wouldn't usually entertain. So there's definitely that balance that has to come into play. But again, this situation, like you said, man, it's really fucked up, because like I said, regardless of what the black women in the community are saying, and I understand their resolve to an extent, the point being is this person is no longer here anymore. So, I'm just hoping that, everything gets done the right way. The investigation goes. If it comes out that it was self-defense, then,
it's not self-defense.
It is what it is. If it comes out that she was a killer, then it is what it is. Either way, right now all we have is what's on the table. So like I said, man, keeping your cool, staying away from toxic people, not looking for trouble. You do those things, and it helps you live longer. I'll just say that. And that, essentially that was my, final. Yeah, that's just my final thoughts on that, man. We grow, we learn, as long as you learn from the mistakes. I think that's I learned early in life to learn from your mistakes. Stop doing the same shit. So
absolutely.
That's
the Will Smith situation. Hey, look, control as a man. Always, that is key. That is key. It's hard, but again, sometimes being quiet, not reacting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, step away if you can. Yo, look, get you a recorded device. CYA. I learned to cover your ass, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At all angles, even if you're in a situation that you can't control, you feel like cover your ass. You know what I mean? Because situations like this happen. Now it's left up to the public to judge off of evidence of phone or whatever is remainder of that person. It's kind of messed up. Sorry that he's going through that situation. That he went through that situation. Apologize that she's even. I don't know what's what, but at the end of the day, hey, they should have figured something the fuck out, because that internet shit is toxic. That internet type of relationship shit is toxic. Being known to be internet people, it's just, yeah, man.
Bro, just dating somebody that's known is fucking toxic. It's a fucking headache, bro. Because people start knowing all your business, bro. I learned that shit the hard way, bro. Dating someone that's known in a certain profession, and if the person don't know shut their mouths too, don't know how to keep your mouth quiet about your business, always want to be online, chatting and writing your business up, it's toxic, bro. It's just toxic.
B, you kind of piqued my interest. Who did you date that was known in their profession? I'm in your business.
Yo, I'm dead.
Yo, listen.
He said, because I know, because they talk a lot.
He signed the NDA.
2 people that was known, bro.
He signed the NDA. NDA.
I want to
know
know
what it was called, but I was wondering if I could date the girl. So she made me. She said, if you sign this, then we can go on a date and be.
He signed the NDA.
And be together.
Yeah, he signed the NDA.
I don't know what the fuck I signed. I signed something.
He said, I don't know what the fuck I signed.
If I talk about it, bro, I can get sued. That's all I know. I don't know what I signed. I can't talk about it.
Yo.
I know something like this. One was in the adult industry, and another one was in another industry. That's all I can say about that. I can't say who.
So you can say the adult industry, but you can't say the other one? What's the other one? Music? I mean, I felt like the adult industry should have been hidden. He said one is from the adult, and the other one I can't talk about.
Word.
Nah, that one was abusive.
Now the public.
I don't talk about her.
Yo, listen. Now the public gonna be looking, son. You gonna have these internet sleuths. These internet PIs is gonna be on you.
Ain't no
You know what I'm
pictures.
saying? Oh,
That's like,
man.
bro, that was like years ago. There ain't no pictures and nothing. All I know is both of them was the reason they caused me a lot. They caused me a lot of stress and depression. Both were headaches in their own right. So all I can say about
that. Damn, bro.
Wow. You live and you learn. Like they say, you live and you learn. I learned who not to go after anymore, and I know I know I can bag them. So therefore, I know not to go after them anymore. It was fun, but it was a headache as well.
Anyone else have final thoughts? Oh, my bad, B. I didn't mean to disrespect.
But sometimes toxic should be fun though. But
no. It's not sometimes. It's always fun. That's why it's toxic. It's an addiction. It's like, oh my God, this rush is ridiculous.
Especially, I don't know if it's just me or everybody else, but something about when a woman hits you, bro, it just.
All right. My man is bringing up his fetishes, man. Nah.
He going off topic. He going off topic.
Yeah, he going off the final thought. We don't want your final thoughts anymore, bro. I don't know what you watching in the background.
Yo, he said,
I don't want it.
Final thoughts.
Yo, so all right, so Ketanji, right? KBJ, we started with that, right? So when you gotta the people, so this black woman, right? And when they do a deep dive, into your family. When you start looking at the pieces of her, the members of her family, they're clean. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have got this job if one of her daughters was, on OnlyFans or her brother was doing something. These people knew, or they had foresight enough to be like, all right, we got to keep our shit clean in order to get the thing. I think her husband is white, right? But he's an accomplished doctor, right?
Yeah.
They've been married 25 years. So look, that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? Now Russ and Ciara, like you said, Q, Russ and Ciara, that brand building, that's what it's about, man. Ketanji we got good examples. Ketanji going to the Supreme Court, her brand is clean. Even though they tried to dissect it and make it same thing, she already went through this process a year ago, so they already knew. Now she coming through. Now we gotta try something else to see if we could throw her off. She didn't fold. She kept that image. She got a clean, squeaky clean image. Boom. All these people that's going into specific positions that are making strides for themselves, their image is either clean or we listen, you gotta go so far back that it's like, oh my God, like, you know what I'm saying? So we had two good examples and one bad example. You know what I'm saying? One unfortunately ended a brother's life, but at the same time, and now you gotta make these decisions, and you gotta make some wise decisions in order to reach the level that you're actually striving for, the goals that you're reaching for. I get it, yo. Listen, everybody want a pretty girl on their arm. You know what I'm saying? And it's man. Look, like I said, protect your brand, bro. Protect your brand. At this point in your life, especially for all the young ones coming up, man. Think about your brand, man. Think about your brand. You know what I'm saying? I get it. If you're on the party scene and partying, keep your family life clean. Keep your family life clean. Yeah, man. Go ahead. You got multiple girls. Make sure if you live in a polyamorous relationship, make sure the women that you're dealing with or the men that you're dealing with all know the circumstance, the situation. You know what I'm saying? We in the age of information. Everything is available. Everything is available. When you go out on a date with somebody, what's the first thing they tell you? Yo, what's your Instagram? What's your Facebook? Let me check your thing, because they check your history. They looking for those old pictures. Because they looking for a potential mate that could bring them from here to here. So listen, like you making some wise decisions, man. We got we got both ends of the scale tonight. You know what I'm saying? we did have another incident of wife killing husband in the thing, but that's another day. We could talk about that. It's a lot.
Yeah, we could get into that next week.
There's a lot of news about people getting killed in bad relationships, man. There's a lot of people getting killed like bad relationships, man. Like you said, run away from toxicity. Run away. I don't care if it's a friend, family, a woman, a career, a business. Run. All the red flags are there. People don't even hide their red flags no more. You know what I'm saying?
They don't know what a red flag is.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? If you accept it and it becomes a part of the fabric of your life, hey, bro, listen, reset. Time to reset. Hopefully you got people that surround you and tell you, listen, that's not it. And at the end of the day, I think that's what it is too. You know what I'm saying? The circle you around is like, damn, yeah, she's fine, man. There's no, like I said, my main thing is like accountability. Accountability in whatever relationships that you have. At this point in my life, it's accountability in all the relations you have, whether it's through work, whether it's through relationships with women, whether it's like there's the accountability is on you. It's on you. You know what I'm saying? If you reading about me in the news in the future, I think, listen, shit. I messed up. I was hiding it. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna see that. You ain't gonna see that. Don't settle. Do better. Worry about your brand. It's about your brand right now.
Q, you got my man pulled up a glass of water.
Casamigos. Casamigos.
That's what that is. My bad. My man is drinking out of a medicine glass or mason jar.
Mason jar, baby. That's the best. That's the best taste. Mason jar, bro. Mason jar.
Someone actually told me that years ago. That's all. Like, what is that? Mason jar.
Yeah. Best taste.
Who else in shit? Q, you final thoughts on everything or one specific thing or what's up? Talk to me.
Great pod. Great pod, man. Always good talking to you boys. I'm gonna sum most of it up. Again, we have a new Supreme Court judge. We'll see how it goes. She's squeaky clean, which is great. It's a great look. Fantastic. Fantastic. What do you call it? Win for the for the representation community. If you think representation is all there is to it in this life, I think there's more to it than that. I think it's not about just being squeaky clean and you repping me because you look like me, or what do you call it? You look like my mama, or you look like my my auntie. You know, just what do you call it? To see what she does. You know, but one thing she did right is the same thing that Russell Brown did right. Got with the right people. Got got their image together. Got their image right. Make sure that they made sure him and Ketanji made sure that they presented something that you can't scrutinize, right? You could say, oh, he's a square, right? Yeah, sure. That's not very accurate, but what he's doing is what we should be modeling. We should be aspiring to do. And I'm not saying his preference in his wife, but his preference in himself, like what image he's portraying out to this world. Show the world the best version of yourself. You'll never go wrong with that, right? If you say, hey, I'm going to be Q times 10, and I'm going I'm always on a job interview, you show your interviewer the best version of yourself, right? And you should always try to portray the best version of yourself. So it's ingrained in you that I need to be the best version of myself. If I'm the best version of myself, I'm only going to allow the best version of myself to to the people. I'm only going to allow the best people who have the best who are promoting the best versions of themselves around me. I'm not going to get caught up in OnlyFans models or OnlyFans girls who are only showing their bodies for money, because that stuff ain't gonna last. But your looks always fade. But what doesn't? Your reputation never fades, right? What do you call it? If and nobody can tell you if nobody can say a bad word about you, about your character, about your how you move with people, you're golden. 3, I always go back to this, mental health. If you're with somebody and you're doing things that you don't think is right, talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. If you can't talk to your family, if you don't have anybody right around you, talk to a therapist, right? Get a good one. Get a good one, not just one that's going to co-sign, because there's not great. You're not always going to have a good therapist, but find somebody that's going to be honest with you. That's going to say, hey, I think you're wrong, right? And you should always have that in your circle, right? People that say, that's wrong, that's right. Prada, I like to talk to Prada all the time because Prada always says, hey, we didn't do this right, or we didn't do that right. Maybe we could do this better, or maybe we can like make money this way, make money that way. What stocks are you talking about? How are we going to grow each other? How are we going to grow ourselves, right? What you always want to do is make sure that you are healthy, everything that you're presenting to the world is healthy, and everybody around you is healthy.
Amen. Good Lord. I mean, yeah, and we did have an extra topic, but I think we should start with that next week because this one is a little crazy.
It's crazy.
Give you your girl right here. Mercy. This is for the next week's pod right here. You said what? You want to mess with her? I'm good. But we'll get into this one next week, gentlemen. As always, it is an honor to have you here every week to speak to.
Yo, she looked like
appreciate
Ratatouille.
You guys. Yo, she looked dangerous. You saying that, but look how she's looking at you now. Look how she's looking at you. What you just said?
You're killing me out, bro. Come on, get that man.
Fuck you just said
that. That face. She's ready for the mugshot.
That's Annie Wilkes from what you call it, from Misery.
Oh Lord, no. Oh Lord.
You stupid, bro. But yeah, we gonna dig into that. We're gonna do our research. We're gonna get into it. Everyone that tuned in tonight, thank you for doing so. I noticed that we just had some consistent viewers throughout the entire show. I appreciate you guys rocking with us for 2 hours and 12 minutes and counting. I appreciate that. For those, please share, subscribe, invite your friends to join the conversation, comment. We'll be happy to have you guys. Did I leave anything else out, gentlemen?
No.
Like, share, promo.
Yeah, share, please.
Yeah. Views from the east.
Views from the east.
Peace.
At this time, I'm going to ask you to fasten your seatbelts.